For those people commenting that we need Breach for value, I don't think that playing 1 or 2 Breaches in this deck would be a bad idea. But at the same time, I mean, Freak has more experience and he's here, so I guess you could ask him specifically about it. Freak Guy's also a badass. He's awesome. One of my favorite people. He is the original creator of the originally successful version of Indomitable Creativity. This hand is sick. Keep. Put him also 6. Ooh. Real actual affinity cards. Okay. All right, how hard are they going off? Not that hard. No frogmites. That is good. Fodder launch to your goblins list. Shadowless, you gotta know when to hold them. You gotta know when to fold them. You gotta know when to walk away, and you gotta know when to run. Know when to walk away and know when to run. Not while you're at the table, Frogman. Not while you're at the table. Not while you're sitting at the table. If they play a second Springleaf Drum, I think I'll Galvanic Blast one of their Thopters. Should have Galvanic Blasted one of their Thopters. That's okay. Yeah, when the dealing's done. This has been our performance of the Gambler. I guess I should Galvanic Blast this Thought Monitor now. Galvanic Blast, though, could eventually save me from, like, a cranial plating attack. I don't know. Yeah, I can for Delta Victor. I do want the Scry, though, so I guess I'm snapping this off. So, basically, I made a mistake that means I should have Galvanic Blasted a Thopter early in the turn when the Springleaf Drum was on the stack. And then they would have needed to tap it for Thought Monitor, which means I don't want that Iconoclast right now. Okay. Which means they wouldn't be able to play a Metallic Rebuke on my turn, which they will be able to do. I do not play with DRC very often. These are the facts. Oh, man. Freak, they're out gaming us. Yeah. I mean, for Affinity, I feel like this is a pretty average draw, though. One Thoughtcast, 2 Thought Monitors so far. It's not insane. Like, feels like a terrible matchup. I think it is. Certainly not good. Like, we're playing a tempo deck against what is, like, just, like, a really intense mid-range deck. No, they go big and wide. That's the thing about Affinity. He's like, it's light on interaction, but it's... Okay, I'd probably have to iterate this turn, although I can't even imagine what I'm going for. Should ban cranial plating. So we have an Aether Spellbomb, which, you know, isn't the worst. Well, no, their Thoughtcasts are cheaper. They also have twice as many of them, and also some of them fly, right? Like, it's... Oh, man. Alright, let's get the Aether Spellbomb. Cast a 2-mana Thoughtcast, see where that gets me. I guess I can bin the Springleaf. I kind of want it, but... It's pretty low impact, that's why shipping it felt okay. Now we can go Bauble. Yeah, maybe I should have kept the third path. Okay, this Spell Pierce might snipe a cranial plating next turn, which could be a big deal. So that is why I kept it. Okay. It's a few pretty good draws there. Seems like I really should have kept that third path Iconoclast on top. We went off way harder than I was expecting us to the turn after. I thought we needed the construct token, but really, third path would have been way, way better. Call out Growing Pains. It's not an easy matchup to evaluate on the first time through, I guess. Oh, a Ginger Brute. That's cute. And another Saga. Jeez. At least one more Shadowless? At least one more. Okay, I guess we're going to go Spellbomb here. Fighting a losing battle for sure. You're playing Brotherhood's End in your side. We're an artifact deck, so no. We do have Alpine Moon, which is big, and Shattering Spree. Yeah, it would definitely be like... I mean, it doesn't hurt us as much as it hurts them, but it... Yeah, I don't think that would be particularly good. Okay, we're going to play Iteration and then Concede, I assume. Yeah. I don't think there was any out. Okay, so we have Alpine Moon, Shattering Spree, Pithing Needle. Okay, and then Ragavan's awful. Yeah. And then maybe a Spell Pierce. Could triple blast there. I didn't even look at their life total. It's possible we could have won the game. Were they at a low enough life total? They were at 14, right? I guess they hadn't blocked my DRC yet. But... Is there a better card to play than Spell Pierce? Like, is Pyrite Spellbomb better? Probably not. They're at 14 if they don't block DRC, there's a chance. I don't think there's any world in which they don't block the DRC, but I guess I should have gone for it. With lethal, the top 5 cards at a bolt, too. Yeah. Both Jund Creativity decks got 3/2s, Johnny Mnemonic. The first one was better than the second one. The one that didn't have Primeval Titan was the better one. But even the Primeval Titan one was pretty good. Bitter Reunion was definitely great in both decks. Well... DRC, then Drum, DRC. Alright, we'll keep this. It's not great, but... Opponent mulls to 6. That is a lot of surveils. A lot of surveils that I won't really get to use. I don't know. I feel like I should just start throwing stuff in the graveyard here to try to find a third path or try to flip both the DRCs. I don't know if that's actually a viable way to win the game. All right, let's ditch the Saga. Let's see if I can find something more impactful. Let's play DRC. Play Bauble. Triggers. Bin that. Keep that. Okay, so we found the third path, and we'll see if this is the way to go for this matchup. Want to play Bitter Reunion in an Emery, and then haste Emery, recur what we discarded to Reunion for infinite value. That's pretty cool. Definitely could play blue-red Urza stuff with Bitter Reunion and Emery. Because Urza also really benefits from Bitter Reunion, and when you play an Urza, you get a construct, but then Urza also means that you will have mana somewhere to sack the Reunion and get attacking. Alright, so missed activating Bauble here. I don't think they'll name Bauble. Infinite tokens haste. Huh? Do you mean with Thopter Sword combo? I guess Bitter Reunion fits in a Thopter Sword deck pretty well, right? Because it helps you discard Sword of the Meek. Yeah? Okay. Okay. Now you're thinking with portals. Did Bitter Reunion make Gyoza good? I don't. I don't think so, but it's definitely an option. Is my opponent attempting to look up what card they want to name? They did name Bauble. Alright. That's on me. One Frogmite. Rip? Nah, that's alright. Also fits in an Asmo deck quite well. Yeah. That is true, which Gyoza is. Yeah, Saga. Oh. So I'm gonna Galvanic Blast on upkeep. Target acquired. Nope, that's too big. Target not acquired. Woo! Triggers. Top. I will top that. I'll top it twice. I will top that twice. King Ghidra, raiding with that party of 8. It's not a party of 5 when it's with King Ghidra. It's a party of 8, and we're all happy to see it. How you doing, King? Can I top it again? No. A second Iconoclast? I'd rather find a land. One should be enough for... Jesus. Und we play the Alpine Moon. Dominaria is well known for the Alps. We'll bin that because we're actually looking for is Saga. We'll bin that because what we're actually looking for is Saga. Saga. And, I don't know, attack for 6? Hey, Freak, your deck's pretty great, huh? I got one question. Do we have to play Ragavan? I know it's really, really good in this deck, but like I would play this deck in paper if it didn't have Ragavans. I'm not buying Ragavans. I'm just not doing it. I can't make myself do it. I have more than enough store credit in multiple stores where I could do it, and I'm not doing it. I'm just not. Just get money monkeys? I mean, if someone wants to donate monkeys to me, I'll play them. All right, draw for turn. People want to talk about the fact that we're playing an iteration deck. It's because it's a Pyromancer deck, I think. Bauble. No. Third path. Not now. Time to mess it up? Yeah, let's screw up this iteration. Oh, it's too perfect. We can't screw it up. What do I needle here? Plating or I think it's Shadowspear, right? So we go hand, bottom, exile, play the Saga. Play the Needle. Top that. Top it again. Do I name Shadowspear or Mardu Shadowspear? Tough. So this is 7. We definitely can hit them for at least 7 next turn. I'm not going to play the research desk post-combat because I know what's on top. I have lethal already. So we're going to draw the Shattering Spree and then probably just win. They playing Thought Monitor? It's going to cost them 2. Might be an obvious answer, but at Comp Rel, if my opponent casts Thoughtseize, forgetting I have Leyline in play, do they then have to target themselves, or are the targets chosen before costs are paid and they can just undo? Yeah, Puppets, that's a game rule violation, and that would actually be a CR rewind. It's not a complicated rewind, it's a CR rewind, comprehensive rules, because they took an illegal action, so they're not forced to target themselves. We just back it up and say, hey, that was a game rule violation. Don't do that again. So if you name Shadowspear and your opponent plays Borborygmos Enraged, your Needle doesn't work. Well, as long as you're both clear that when you said Shadowspear, what you meant was Borborygmos Enraged, then you're fine. So just communicate clearly with your opponent, and you should be okay. Yeah. I like that. Okay. So tap that for red, tap that for red, tap this for red. Shattering Spree 1, 2 extra copies. Got him. Yeah, becoming an L1 is actually fairly simple if you already play. The rules for Magic Squirrel Dig is the comprehensive rules. Does that work? Nope. Nope. Okay, that's not working. If you Google comprehensive rules, you'll get it. The MTG wiki is also pretty good. But I don't... Yeah, I would just say you can just Google comprehensive rules. PDF download. And then for playing in tournaments, you also need to understand the IPG and MTR, which is the Magic Tournament Rules and the Infraction Procedure Guide. The tournament rules are more important. The procedure guide, the Infraction Procedure Guide is not that important until you're a little bit more invested. The dues are 100 a year. It's something like that. But you get more than paid back in judge foils. Hey, Dunk. This list is incredibly sweet. It's a little bit more aggressive than Spike's version, which is playing Metallic Rebukes. You can very easily play Legislator instead of Ragavan in this. I don't... Thanks, Freak. It felt pretty easy, honestly. It felt like the deck handed everything to me. The only thing that was weird was like I had the double DRC opening with one land, and it's like, do I actually want to pick lands or do I want to dig to something more powerful? And I opted to like flip my DRCs fast and try to dig to more powerful things because I had the double Springleaf Drum to kind of tie the room together. I did have the question for you because like if you weren't going to play Ragavan, what would you play in its place? Okay, so thanks for the follow, Squirrel Dig. Oh, and Hotashi, I missed your actual follow. Oh no, they can't activate Saga next turn. Okay, so we're just gonna go Tarn Bolt? Tarn Bolt. Steam Vents Bolt. This is going to be a game where we just wreck them down to like no artifacts very quickly, and then hopefully they fall over dead. I got drunk and bought the monkeys for this deck at my local shop. So they took a mulligan to 6, and their Saga's going to give them next to no value. Seems like we're in a really good spot. Boop. I just want everyone to know that it might currently be my favorite, like, neat interaction in Modern is... Oh, they have Dismember. Is playing Galvanic Blast with an Iconoclast in play to get the extra artifact for the Metalcraft. For some reason, that just tickles me so much. Ledger Shredder was in a version I was testing. It felt at odds with everything else we're doing. I don't like Ledger Shredder very much in a deck that's going to play a lot of spells, with the main reason being that it never rewards you for playing 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 spells. Like, if it triggered on your 2nd spell, your 4th spell, your 6th spell, your 8th spell, like, that would be awesome. And obviously, you know, but it's just not... I don't like it. I get it in Murktide. Metalcraft checks on resolution like Stubborn Denial. Yeah, it's just one of those, like, interactions where I'm like, neat. Also, I should have fetched up a red source. Also, this draw is not working out. Yeah, I punted. All right. Well, we'll just hang out for a second. Actually, let's go attack Galvanic Blast. I want to limit as many of their artifacts as possible. The attack is probably really loose here. I can't imagine how it goes badly in particular, but... Uh-oh. What is this? Oh, okay. This is a Metallic Rebuke. Yeah, it's called an intervening if clause in most in terms of abilities. Titan the Clock is usually an intervening if clause. The way Galvanic Blast is written doesn't actually have the intervening if, but it's similar. Yeah, if I had gotten the second red source here, we would be much better off. As it is, we're fine, but I think we need to draw with this Bauble soon. I'm into it. Certainly with the Iconoclast now. Yeah, a lot of the ability words do. Liberator, Noble Rooster. Liberator, Urza's Battle Thought. Oh, they had Needle on top? Okay. Well, the Needle's not a good draw for them, so that is a very good draw for us. I think if I had fetched Shock to Steam Vents, we would be really in business. As it is, we're fine. I'm almost tempted to just like Shattering Spree the Treasure Vault or the Springleaf Drum, but I think we'll hold on to it. We're gonna snap off Spell Pierce on literally anything we can. like that. And they're probably going to needle my Saga, but that's okay. I guess if they name Saga, they're shutting off their Sagas, though, which is really bad for them. Yep. Okay. Thanks for shutting off your best win condition. I guess they're at this point they're just hoping to rip into like multiple thought monitors. Okay. I'm gonna play Thoughtcast here. I know that if I went the other way, like we'd be wow, that is not a good draw. But next turn we get a Springleaf Drum, and then we play the Iconoclast, and then we play a 1-mana Thoughtcast, and then we probably win. Aether Spellbomb. That's not going to be good enough. Oh, you're right, freak. God, I never would have seen that. That line is just so complicated. So what now? Oh no. Yeah, I definitely should think about my opponent's life total more than I do. Okay. All right. God damn, I love Third Path. It's true. I miss so much lethal. So I guess we trade the Third Path for the win. Doesn't feel right, but... Freak, I could have more value. I don't like this. Can you hold priority and do both Galvs? Yeah, I could have done. Before the Third Path died. I would have played another Third Path and made 30 tokens. Yeah, I guess that was an option too. Yeah, that's a keep. Shut up. I don't think you give up the chance to play Ragavan on turn 1 in the dark. Although I guess I should bauble them first to see what they're on, if I can. Planes. Okay, maybe Hammer. In which case, Ragavan just ends up fielding Springleaf Drums, but that's okay. We do not run Shrapnel Blast in this deck, but you could. You could. You certainly could. Windswept Heath. Okay, so it's Hammer with Haywire, might probably. Okay. Pretty sure I'm supposed to attack with this Ragavan. And then go DRC Springleaf. Yeah, like we take the trade. Sucks, but I'm pretty sure we do it. I miss you, baby. God, I love this card. Doesn't suck. If they don't have creatures, they can't kill you. But I'm playing monkey. I'm supposed to hit them with it, and they scoop. That's how that works, right? Pretty sure that's how it works when it's against me. That's possible, Addicting Coffee. I would like this third path Iconoclast. Does the presence of the Iconoclast on top mean that I don't play the Springleaf Drum? No, we play it. I don't get a scry, or I don't get a surveil here, but that's fine. I never take that trade and hammer on turn 1. I should know that. That's good to know, Addicting Coffee. I think the problem is then it's possible that like the Ragavan player just like bolts your Esper Sentinel post-combat while paying the tax with the land drop, and then they have a treasure, and then they're just burying you in tempo, right? I'm pretty sure you're supposed to take the block, but I could imagine multiple hammer hands where it's correct not to. So what I'm saying at the end of this is literally nothing. I've said nothing. I've said nothing, and I've committed to nothing other than the fact that I can't be wrong if I didn't make a decision. Calls are complete. Okay, well, we've got Aether Spellbomb, so... Shadowspear. Do I want a Ragavan? Not really. We can do better. So if they have Aid, Animate, Hammer, that doesn't work. Yeah, okay, we're safe. So if I flip my DRC here, we can crash it and it's not a problem. Blast. Yeah, that's a good draw. Although if I'd flipped it, I would have flipped my DRC and hit him for 3. It's okay. Oh, it did flip. Oh, because the Thoughtcast. Duh. I never played with this freaking card. Okay. If they think you're a Merc and you kill post-combat, then you can't counterspell Stoneforge, which is huge in that matchup, getting Nettle Sister Hammer with Aid. Okay. So, block, Aid, double Hammer, 2. Yep, you're definitely right about that one. So DRC just kind of straight up outraces their Cauldra and it with a Shadowspear, and it's not close. That's kind of funny. So this turn is probably like play Ragavan, undashed, equip Shadowspear, swing, depending on what I draw, but opponent is deep in the tank. It's not funny. Caldra's a blocker, not a threat. It does feel like Caldra's way better on defense than offense in most matchups. Cauldra Complete is like, I don't know, it feels like the worst card in the Hammer deck. Playing any challenges this weekend? I could play on Sunday. I don't know what deck I would want to play, Ride or Die. We'll see. I'm judging on Saturday, so we'll also see how wiped out I am on Sunday morning. I like our position here. Me too. I'm pretty sure, Freak, I'm just playing Ragavan, equipping Shadowspear. Caldra's only there because Lurrus was banned. Yeah, but I think the shift to Blue Hammer was a big advantage to Lurrus being banned. The shift to playing Kaldra, maybe not. Great draw. Okay. So, Ragavan. Tap the rag. Tap the Shadowspear. What am I doing? Just do it this way. Do the DRC dance. Air it. There are decks that can't beat a Racing Cauldron ever, but those aren't the majority. They're so far from the majority, though, it's like, it just makes Cauldron seem like a bad card to me. Like, it feels like it's like 2 mana on turn 2, 2 mana on turn 3, and it results in like 5 to 10 damage, and then it goes away. Okay. So they can't flash in hammers. So we just shoot down Pure Steel here, and then they have Blacksmith skill, and then we're okay? Why didn't we dash, then equip the Ragavan, means we board wipe them? No, they'd probably just take the hit. And I spent all my mana on that? I don't think that's a particularly good play. Oh, they could also have Spell Pierce, huh? But I think I have to play into it. I don't think... Yeah. I like the bolt. So Spell Pierce or Blacksmith skill. Yeah, okay. So they have a hammer. They draw a card. They can equip it. But we got a lot of chump blockers. I am going to need to find... I have a bolt, which means we're safe from the Ink Moth next turn. It's like 1 to 3 Blacksmith skills. 3 is usually like in the mono white. They didn't have enough artifacts to equip. That's something I didn't realize. Yeah, they don't have Metalcraft. That's funny. Alright, I guess I can equip the Ragavan this turn. Get to bolt the Pure Steel. If they have a second Pure Steel, they play it, they fly the Nexus, they can equip the hammer, but then it falls out of the air. So if they have a land, another Pure Steel... Okay, so this attack was bad. I don't know why I thought it was going to be better than that. Yeah, I really wasn't looking at it. Yeah, it's probably worth killing the Pure Steel here. I mean, I can let them put their next artifact on the stack, right? Unless they have another... Yeah, okay, we just kill it now. There's no reason to get fancy. Don't get fancy, just get dancy. Oh, yeah, they've got Ink Moth. Well, and Stoneforge can bring in a Cauldron at instant speed, so it's like, it's just not worth. So it's possible we lose here, but not too likely. So 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. Fairly reasonable shot we draw a land next turn. Just say your opponent's path creature is in their graveyard and they have to scoop. That's definitely the goofiest story I've heard in a while. Okay, Stoneforge, number 3. Shadowspear, okay. They put in Kaldra. So Kaldra plus Shadowspear is going to race me just fine, unfortunately. If we draw Galvanic Blast, I think we have a lethal swing. Oh, they didn't attack. That's okay. Good for them. I thought at some point this game we'd probably draw an Urza Saga, and we haven't. So that's been fun. All right, let's play Mishra's Research deck. If I want to win the game this turn, I think I have to let them draw a card. If they get the Shadowspear equipped to that Cauldron next turn, I don't think we ever let them draw. So if I'm Paladin and we don't win, we lose. All right, fair enough. All right. There's a good chance we do a bunch of wheel spinning this turn. But are we still winning? We're very much winning. We're very much winning. I love this deck. Did we just win? Not quite, but it's looking real good. Spell Pierce? No. Yeah, it's been really good, Jig. Do we swing with all now? Bounce, Germ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we don't attack with all. At least I don't think we do. But is this powerful Dirtling really better than Insta-Win Breach? Possibly not. Making sure DRC plus Shadow wins next turn. Bounce Germ now. Blacksmith skill kills us. Yeah. We know one of the cards in their hand is Shadowspear, so they would need to draw Hammer plus Aid to kill me with Blinkmoth. Yeah, we're gonna bounce the Germ now. And then I can hit them for probably 2 is what'll go through. I don't think they'll trade the Sentinel. They just get to eat 1. That seems fine. Means Paladin heals them for 16. I mean, if they get Paladin, we're pretty much fucked, right? We're effectively hold the Spellbomb. Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to hold it, but then it's like, it's just what do you want to play around, Paladin or Blacksmith Skill? That's what we come down to. So the question is, what do we want to play around? Yikes. So we just equip, swing, put him to 1, and then pick up Jeff? Oh, unearth the desk. Sorry. Yeah, that's the play. Million%. Thank you. So Bolt or Galvanic Blast do not kill them, but might kill them? We'll see. Do not kill them. We got a Saga, though. Finally. Yeah. Oh, it was definitely a bad play when I did it, Shauna. Swing with all has to be lethal. It is not. It is 100% not. There's no way it's lethal, right? Yeah, I don't think it was lethal. Mord, why are you doing this to me? I'm pretty sure I counted it before. Yeah, they have the Ink Moth. That's the part that I... Through the trample? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't lethal. Not 100% sure, but like... Yeah, we got him. Stoneforge blocked here. They're at 3. Blocks here. 1, 2, 3, 5. Maybe it was... They go down when they lose the Inky. Yeah, that's true. It was probably worth it. Alright, well... We've got good sideboard cards. So game 2 should also be great. Oh, we also get Pyrite Spellbomb. Hell yeah. So Ragavan out. And then Spellbomb's good. Maybe trim a Springleaf Drum. A Bauble. I don't want to trim a drum. Oh, Spell Pierce, right? We don't need this many Spell Pierces against Hammer. I'm going to keep the Bauble. Spell Pierce is okay. So you don't need Ragavan, you're siding them out every match. I mean, you're not wrong that like we have sideboard out 2 for 2, so that's why I was thinking like there are other options. Spike plays Emery in this deck, but he also uses Iconoclast and 2 tokens for their Inkies. What had happened doesn't seem worth. Yeah, because then if they pick up Pure Steel, they just smash us, like without the infect damage, but they gain infinite life. Yeah, I think swinging with just the DRC was best, unless it was literally lethal to swing with everything else. Is this the right sideboarding? It feels right. Oh, there's a needle. Probably should have had the needle. Boosh! How's booshin'? Alright. Snap keep. Tell me what's good right now, or I'll assume everything is bad. Hammer Time's pretty good. Oh yeah, you yourself are pretty good, Liz. The Lizard. Probably one of Canada's youngest PT competitors ever. Oh! March of Otherworldly Light. But no swinging with the Mem Knight. Oh, they want to block dash Ragavan? That's cute. Youngest in the world? Okay, that sounds right. So I think I just play Springleaf and deny them a draw. Oh, I would have thought it was Miss Lizzle like Miss Frizzle more, but I guess you don't know who Miss Frizzle is. No hammer. Hammer equals dodged. Whew. Time to get messy, make mistakes. I forget what the third part of that is. All right, we're alive. All right, I guess I just pass here. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. I guess I could have gone Shattering Spree X2. Okay. Oh, opponent. Oh, no. Oh, no. Is the stack empty? Yes. Okay, we're in combat now. What? No, that's not what I was memeing. It was the meme. I meant to be memeing. If we could get the Pithing Needle here, we would. I can't. Get the Aether Spellbomb instead. Or maybe a Pyrite, because I have one in hand as well. Yeah. So let's get Pyrite. And then play another Pyrite. Shock this. I'm going to play Third Path somewhere too, right? I don't think I'm playing Third Path this turn. And I think I'm okay with that. So let's get the second Pyrite into play in case they have a Blacksmith skill. So shoot down the Paladin. And if they have Blacksmith skill, we have the out. And then next turn we go Third Path Shattering Spree. Okay, they didn't have it. I think I can just play Third Path here. But I don't want to tap off the Spellbomb. I think I can just pass. Think they might be on Spell Pierce? Yeah. I think I can just pass. I think it's better than anything else I can do. Like, these are all good things. But, I think just holding up the Spellbomb is the best. I don't know. Maybe I can jam Third Path here without... Yeah, that's probably fine. It feels a little loose to me, but it's probably fine. Here's where they Mystical Dispute. Why didn't we Thoughtcast before killing Pure Steel? I wanted the maximum amount of mana of it, because I was assuming they have Blacksmith skill, so I would go Pyrite Spellbomb. They skill, I go Pyrite Spellbomb again. That's really cool, Liz. So we're taking 7, but from this point on, we're going to be in great shape. And it plays around Spell Pierce. The danger was like they go Blacksmith skill and then they untap and they just wreck me. Thoughtcast didn't stop that though, didn't it? Maybe it didn't. How? May have had skill, but they saved it for the Stoneforge because they wanted to get the Cauldron complete into play. That makes sense. How big can you make the construct this turn? Fairly large. I just don't. So I need to play a spell to make Thoughtcast cost 1. I guess we go Shattering Spree for 2. Iteration can find more drums to chain off. Yeah, I just hate casting Iteration first and then it's a 3 mana Iteration. I can get Spell Pierced. They're holding skill, it makes that germ lethal. RC Toronto was awesome. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do here. Just let him draw? I guess so. It feels so sketch. Yeah, alright. EI and let him draw. I'm pretty sure this is the play. Yeah. If they pierce, we have a Thoughtcast. There it is. Okay. It's fine. Okay. Ah! Actual flint with the deep cut. Well done. Alright. We can set up for a kill next turn now. Okay, so just play Pyrite Spellbomb? Is that where we're at? Or just like Shattering Spree the Esper Sentinel to free up my mana? Either? Okay. Alright. Spree the Cauldron? That's a choice. That is definitely a choice. But it does have Indestructible, so it's not my favorite move. So if they have play Shadowspear, equip Shadowspear, we double block the germ. No, we block the other 2. And then I take 6. So that's fine. All right. Yeah, if I had a Shadowspear, we could remove the Indestructible. We don't, so it's kind of a moot point. Uh-oh. Yeah, very dead. All right, game 3. All right. Pithing Needle. All because you let them draw. Well, yeah, our choices didn't matter, so it really... Do you sometimes cut a Thoughtcast here, Freak? No, not in this matchup, right? Oh, Titan. I mean, 6 days or 6 hours is not crazy. Trim anything? All right. I don't want to go lower on creatures. Like, DRC was kind of awesome. Cut an iteration? I love that suggestion. Thanks, Da Vinci. Everyone's suggesting cut EI. You're my heroes. You can be my hero, babies. You have the ugly ones. In paper, I have the nice ones. So. Cut Iconoclast. Cutting an Iconoclast is not crazy either. Like, it's legitimately not insane there. Okay, opponent kept 7, which hopefully means for once they don't have Esper Sentinel. Yep, good. Love not seeing a Sentinel. Saga? Saga? It's Drum. Kinda need to find a land. Think, shoot that down. Pin that. Okay. Maybe it was right to Shattering Spree there because Galvanic Blast being instant is really useful. Yeah, not sure. So they can't Spell Pierce. I don't really want Steam Vents. Next turn we'll be able to Thoughtcast. And I've got multiple Surveils coming, so that'll be fine. Bauble? Yeah, Bauble's great. Bauble's fine. Okay. So greedy to dish the Steam Vents? I don't think so. I think it was correct. Yikes. Well, hopefully they Spell Pierce my Thoughtcast. Alright, so let's give them the card. Because they've earned it. Needle. That's not good right now. No. Shadowspear? I'd rather not. They spell pierce just like I asked for. Okay. It's tough. Which I can't pay for, obviously. We have to take 12? No, this would be lethal. Spree kill Sentinel is the only play. This is the only play that we don't die. Should have done the second main. Why did that matter? I can't. I don't know why that matters. Jump with DRC. Sure. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I wanted to be able to do that, but I couldn't figure out how to do it more. But you're right. Yeah, I know. They make a construct, then they bring in a hammer and they equip it. I'm aware of that. I just couldn't figure out how to not have this be a problem. I want to cast the Thoughtcast on top for 1, so we leave our Bauble in play. Okay, this is fine. So we got to find Aether Spellbomb, Shattering Spree. It's a few different things we can find. Shadowspear. Okay. Iconoclast to make blockers was not fine, and it's even less fine now. Yeah. So very limited number of outs. Yeah, like there, our choices mattered. We could have done it in a way that worked out better. Okay, this isn't straight up lethal. Can I draw anything helpful? Oh, I can Pyrite Spellbomb to draw if I hit Shattering Spree now. Okay, so let's fetch a mountain. Is there anything for 1 blue that would be worth drawing? No. Nope. Okay, we're just dead on board. Wasn't surveilling the castaway pop Bauble the same as digging if we... I don't know. Surveilling the castaway pop Bauble the same as dig... But I did I... Cast. Was there another Thoughtcast? There was another Thoughtcast on top. Probably. I don't play enough of these decks to be able to find that small minutia. It's like the second main phase DRC thing. I just didn't even think about it as a relevant line. But in that entire game, I should have been doing most of the things I was doing in second main phase. Like, almost everything I was doing should have been done in the second main phase. There's very little chance that I would want to attack with the DRC. Get hand, let's go. I mean, they had pretty amazing draws, so it was... I agree we could have played that game better, but I don't know if we would have been able to win it. This is not burn. Oh, it is burn. From the bump in the night burn? Swift Spear? Ask your thoughts on this, yes. Bant Thopter Sword. Hate this. Mostly seems good. I don't know what the hell Shardless Agent's doing in here, but I don't think it belongs at all. Any changes with Prison Tron recently? Not that I can think of. Sorry, Vija. I just don't understand what the Shardless Agent's doing there. It just looks severely out of place. You really like Shardless in fair decks? I mean, I understand your pain. I'm also someone who likes to play unfair cards in fair decks, even though they're so much better in the unfair decks. I like playing Urza without Thopter Sword combo, but it's almost always better to play Urza with Thopter Sword combo. I like making fair cards unfair. You don't like making unfair cards fair, right? Ringleader. The ultimate one Mord, because this was earlier in your English speaking, was Renegade Rallier. It's really hard for me to do it justice with the sublime Mord pronunciation. It's like an R and an L mixed together. Renegade is devastating for me. I know. Renegade Rallier. I just enjoyed that you and Cave Dan found your Arnold bro meme of More Delight and Cave Dan completely unable to pronounce experimental synthesizer. Thoughtcast on top. All right. I'm just not blocking here. I'm really not threatened by the amount of damage this Goblin Guide is doing. If they had tried to remove the Swiftspear pre-combat, I would have done something about it. Perfect. Cool. So we go Iconoclast, Bauble. I guess I could have monkeyed first and see if I drew expensive spells off them. But I'm trying to push for prowess damage here, I guess, is my... Just a little bit. So we're one short of playing Thoughtcast here. I flipped a Bump of the Night. I think I'll just throw down this Spellbomb in case they play Eidolon. They might be on an Eidolon free deck. I think the Bump of the Night decks might be without Eidolon. But trying to get in under the Eidolon just seems good to me. Sucks you can't announce then cast. You absolutely can, actually. But I was an artifact short, right? Testing Ragavan Gobos tonight. What time, Mort? Hopefully, like, right after I finish, so I can raid you. Lava Spike, ouch. Canister posted an absolutely insane deck list. Do love that. Do love that canister. Goblin Guide on top. Excellent. Take a Thoughtcast. Is this lethal? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 8 damage. It's not lethal. Huh. So Boros Charm, they don't have. I don't know, just swing in with everything but the Iconoclast, right? Yeah? Cast DRC. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, we're gonna be fine. Great Furnace prices are insane. Online or in paper? They're lethal the next turn if they block. Exactly. We have so much more than lethal, right? They're not going to block. Oh, yeah, you're right. 12 ticks for the retro frame on MTGO. Oh, got it. All right, burn, huh? Flusterstorm. I think I keep Ragavan. I think I keep Ragavan. I mean, you have respect for burn in your main deck, right? Like, the core construction of this deck respects burn, so you don't... I mean, it's possible the right play here is, like, cut Ragavans, bring in Spellbombs. People still play burn? Our opponent sure is. And they've got a recent trophy on it, so... Yeah, in every format, people always play burn. That's 100% true. In the Modern Open at the RC, so that was on the Saturday, there were over 100 players, and I want to say there was more than 10 players on burn. It was a grotesque proportion of that event's metagame. Okay. Pretty sure we're going to go fetch Mountain, kill this. Yeah, it was very strange to me, Titan O'Clock. And there was a burn player that was on the winning in for top 8 and lost to blue-white. DRC. Drum. I'll keep that. Because next turn we Iconoclast, and then the next turn we Iteration. Something like that. All right. Yikes. Okay. Titan O'Clock, do you actually play Amulet? This is one of those games where I'm going to play Iteration and get really mad about it. It's happening live on stream right now on the Mana Symbol channel. We're doing it. Hit a bauble. We hit a bauble. Never mind. Never mind. Playing good Iteration decks and Mana Symbol. Name a less classic combination. What's the word for Titan O'Clock as a spin on primetime? A riff? Yeah, I would call it a riff. Yeah, I'm going to, Freak. Don't worry. Shard Volley! Opponent's playing with fire. They got Stomping Ground on top. Sick. And we got a Pierce. That's good. Begins the match! You're in Club Fran. It's a good club to be in. to make it an amount of tokens. Yeah, we have them dead next turn. We just go end step blast. Yeah, they're dead. They're dead. They just don't know it yet. Kill them 5 times before they hit the ground. Top card is Arid Mesa. Do I BM the burn player? Yeah. No, we need a draw step stop. I want them to see that they had no chance. Okay, never do that, but we did it this time. No, it's draw step. I knew the top card of their deck. It was Arid Mesa. I wanted them to know before they lost. I don't normally do stuff like that, but it's league number 3. We're gonna cut loose, foot loose. Step on the moonshade shoes. Hooey, Marie. Shake it for me. Friggin' Kenny Loggins, dude. Can you take my Jeskai Blade deck, please? Yeah, I guess so. As a follow-up on Vija's thing, yeah, Shardless Agent, I just don't believe in that deck. At all. Alright, hold on. There's a lot of stuff going on. Keep. Tighten the clock. I couldn't believe that someone was like, oh, I used to watch the basketball channel, but he was telling people to get vaccinated for COVID. Can you believe that? They actually used a snarky nickname for the vax shot, which I thought was, I mean, at least it let me know what kind of person they were very clearly. And then we know DRC Bauble. Well, we don't know what we're up against, but it might be possible that Dashing Ragavan is going to be really good. It was so good until he told me to be responsible. And I'm not saying that there aren't people out there who, for legitimate medical reasons, can't have vaccines. That's even more reason for the rest of us to get vaccinated. Oh, no. This one was, I don't really want to repeat it. I'm going to type it so that people listening to this don't have to deal with it. But and it's like nothing's perfect, all right? But saving thousands and millions of lives is a pretty big incentive for me to, like, I don't like going and getting needles. Although I will say space age modern day needles, you barely feel them. It's crazy. Okay. Oh no! Oh, the tech! That was pretty good. Well, hopefully they play a 1-drop. They did not. Okay, so I guess here we pass and we have Bolt Pierce. They're not dashing at this turn. So let's bolt here. And if they have a Pierce back, that means they have no mana. Oh no, they still have a land drop. Alright, still. Play the actual Affinity deck, now the actual Breach deck. Oh, I guess it is Breach. For some reason, I read them on, like, some terrible Jeskai Stoneblade deck, which is obviously ridiculous. Should I play Spellbomb? And then cast Murktide? I think so. Not Murktide. I read Murktide in chat. Cast the Ragavan without dashing? I think so. I mean, I get it, Carrion. That's one of those, like, you're one of those people. It's like you have legitimate medical reasons and precedents for... They bobble me. They're down to 1 card in hand. Jegantha to hand. Okay. Okay, second Ragavan means we probably should dash one of these. No. No, we'll just play Spirebluff and pass. I guess hitting the Breach deck is so high upside, though. Yeah, which part is more greedy, though, Freak? I guess the nice thing is that if they have removal for this, then I get to cast a second one. Hit an island. Boo. Right. Bong. Emre. Lurker of the Loch. Breach. Grinding Station. Yep. Somehow the exact cards. Nope. Oh, they're going Value Breach? Oh, no, they have a Grinding Station. Okay, we're dead. And they're on Grape Shot. So Surgical seems good. Alpine Moon seems fine. Needle seems good. Spellbomb seems okay. Soul-Guide Lantern seems okay. That's a lot of sideboard cards. So I think Monkey's coming out again. Yeah, I got the Aether Spellbomb. With all the spell bombs coming in, I think I can cut 1 bolt. Spear need to grind the fair plan? I don't think so. I think my construct should be way bigger than theirs. Unless they're also playing Iconoclast, but then, like... Yeah, Spear seems poor. I don't need this many Spell Pierces. That Mox Amber play on the early game, that completely blew us away. That was really unfortunate. All right. Keep the hell out of this one. Saga comes down a little slow on this hand, but that's okay. The one thing that makes me want to play Breach more than this deck is Emery. Playing with DRC in this deck has felt insane, though. So that was nice to learn. But she could chat during sideboarding? Can you not? Pretty sure you can. Just go nuts with Iconoclast this turn. I love playing 4 Springleaf Drums, Freak. I am a Springleaf Drum fan. For my money, there's no better feeling than casting a Memnite and a Springleaf Drum on turn 1. So I don't need to blast this Ragavan, right? I can just block it for now. I have more than enough artifacts. What are you drawing? Emery? That's fine. I'll blast that. Whoa! So if they also have a Spell Pierce, their Ragavan breaks through. Oh no, it doesn't because I get the extra soldier no matter what. Whew! Oh. Also, I should have shot the Ragavan in response to the Mox Hammer. But we stranded the Emery there, so that's what really mattered. Woo! They did not kill the Iconoclast. They were trying to get through and connect Freak, and then cast the Emery. All right, they're off it. We kind of counter punted game 1 and 2. Well, I didn't really punt in game 1. They just had an insane Mox Amber play. I don't know if we need Surgical. Judge Gall. My opponent has an Esper Sentinel. And Sigarda's Aid in play. I know their hand is Spell Pierce and Blacksmith Skill. I cast EE, and they pierce. I think for a bit, 2 mana available, and put EE in the graveyard. Then they declare Sentinel's triggered. It's a missed trigger, right? Yes. they have demonstrated, or rather, they allowed you to demonstrate that the Esper Sentinel can no longer have triggered. And since they didn't announce it, wait, hold on. No. No, it's not missed. So the stack is EE, Esper Sentinel trigger, Spell Pierce. Right? It can still be on the stack. The trigger can still be on the stack. So they are allowed to announce that Esper Sentinel trigger, no problem. We go, yeah, so it was you play the EE, their Esper Sentinel triggers, you play your Spell Pierce, and then that can resolve, and then they can go Esper Sentinel trigger, still on the stack, before you play something else. If they let you cast another sorcery speed thing, and then they don't say anything about it, then you have proven. Or if you go to combat, and they don't say anything about it at that point. In that case, they can still resolve it. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Again, a trigger is missed once it can be demonstrated that it can no longer be on the stack, or the trigger involves something that has to be announced, like a life total change. But again, you have to advance the game to a place where the trigger can no longer be on the stack. Your list. Sorry, your list is really complicated and I want to give it a proper amount of time. I'm not as good at Spike as it. Jesus. Being able to look at lists and actually try to evaluate them while playing. Okay, good top deck. Your list is really complicated, right? Like I remember you got the land count up, which I really like. You're playing Bauble, DRC, Snapcaster, Stoneforge, Jace. It mostly looks pretty good. I don't know that you need Leyline Binding in that deck. Surprised they left in Monkey. It's really not good in these Monkey Mirrors. I mean, they ate me alive game one with it, right? So I feel like it's one of those classic, like, it may not be right, but it feels good. I guess I keep that. No, I don't need that. Wanted to try and see how Leyline Binding does over Perspective. Yeah, but you're playing Snapcaster Mage, right? So I don't think you want to play Leyline Binding in this kind of deck. Especially with the lower land count. I blew up a forest with Fulminator Mage by mistake. A couple of turns pass, we realize the error. What happens then? Nothing. We tell each of you players that you both made a mistake and you both allowed it to happen and not to do it again. One of you made an incorrect action. The other person did not stop you from making that incorrect action. It's a double GRD. Both players have committed an infraction. I guess we got a Bauble because I binned that Galvanic Blast. All right. Another Emery. Okay. So we might just be dead. Blast on top, so I can use that to kill the Emery, but that doesn't save me. I mean, we have to look for a burn spell to draw. I mean, I found one. They have another Emery on top, so it really doesn't... Like, if they have the Breach, I'm just dead, right? So I don't think that drawing this Galvanic Blast now actually helps me, right? If we kill the Emery and upkeep, they might mill themselves. Huh? I don't... What? If we kill the Emery and upkeep, they might mill themselves. In what way does that matter? I don't... How do they even do that? I don't... I'm so confused. So we draw the blast. Yeah. Shoot the Emery. Uh-huh. They might grind something to find something to flash back and lose the second Emery, I guess. I don't like losing the construct here though, and the artifact count for next turn. Now they have nothing to grind, other than the grinding station, which they won't. No, I'm just leaving the Emery in play. We die if we just let them have it? No, not at all. They have to have a breach. We don't know that they have one. We don't know that they do or do not have breach. If they have breach, we're dead no matter what. So I have no ability to play through a breach. That is the reason I'm glad I saved the Galvanic Blast. I'll take another Pyrite. Okay. That's fine. My DRC is not it's not meant to be an aggro creature right now. So I think we get Springleaf Drum here. Oh no, we just get Needle on Grinding Station, right? For sure. Or Soul Guide. No, they could play through a Soul Guide Lantern pretty easily. We just got to Needle the Grinding Station. That's the only way to make sure that we don't die to the combo. The Needle Grinding Station. Spellbomb. Do I want another Saga? I guess this game might be going that way. But I'm going to play a Thoughtcast this turn. Yeah, I don't want another Thoughtcast. I guess I could just play DRC and hold up Pyrite Spellbomb. But with these, I really need to start unloading these Thoughtcasts. They have another Emery in their hand. Leaving them Emery gives them one more draw. I think I'd rather play the Thoughtcast than the second DRC, especially with the Soul Guide Lantern sitting in play. Yes, please. Good draws. Good draws. They're going to replay the Soul Guide Lantern? I guess that makes sense. Yikes! Brutal. All right. So, Soul Guide Lantern. Thoughtcast for 2. Jeez! Just Thoughtcast flooding. And their draw definitely worked out a little bit better than ours so far. So our Soul Guide Lantern pins their Soul Guide Lantern. One of the cards in their hand is Emery, which is not great. So time for prayer? I mean, we're getting there. Yeah, we can get back into it with a third path. We just have to let them have the Bauble. Our Soul Guide Lantern locks down their Soul Guide Lantern, and that has to be good enough for now. Spell Pierce looking rough here. Need to exhaust thoughts before we use prayer. Jeez, literally Thoughtcast number 4. Springleaf. Thoughtcast. Okay. Bauble. Because I just bolt the Emery? I know they have a second one, but like... Gotta do something, right? Okay. I don't know what their hand is, but I like that they didn't do anything with it there. Probably at least one breach, right? Is Shattering Spree on their side? Nope. Night, Badagaboosh. Take care. They milled over a Breach, a Saga, a Scalding Tarn, and a Spirebluff. Okay, so they definitely have an Unholy Heat in hand. 10 out of 10. Because they just pumped it, but they realized that the Soul Guide Lantern blocks it. I should have cracked my Bauble there. It's fine. DRC. DRC. Springleaf Drum. No. Yes? No, I want to hit a land. Go. Thoughtcast. EI? It's not good this turn, but it's sick next turn. All right. I would still like to hit a land here. Hit a land. Tap land, but I'll take it. Attack with nothing. Attack with nothing. Okay. They just have baubles in the graveyard. I'm not terrified of that. One. What is this? Draw a card. Okay. Resolves. So this turn, when they go to activate Emery, we Soul Guide Lantern them. Don't really see any reason not to. Yeah, that was very strange. I guess they felt like they were in desperation mode. They have 6 cards in hand. At least one of them's got to be a breach. So I feel like they're planning like, okay, not this turn, but next turn they're going to try to breach us out. Yeah, we're getting a lot of damage in play. Like the 2 DRCs all of a sudden is like, uh-oh. And we got the backup of Edgar Winter's Frankenstein. It's pretty hard to beat. They go for a Bauble. Do I let them have the Bauble because they're not going for Soul Guide and just keep their breaches pinned? I think this is fine. It's not my favorite, but like my Soul Guide Lantern's still pinning them. And they definitely have an Unholy Heat in hand that currently kills nothing. They have Iteration on top of their deck. I have Iteration on top of my deck. Good draw. No. Third path. Yes, please. Okay. So hand, bottom, exile. Can go. Shocking is a bit dangerous, but they tend to not run a lot of bolts, so I'm going to do it. Third path. Springleaf. Do I want a second, third path? Sure. So that means I don't have to play anything else this turn, which is kind of nice. So I guess we just go in with... No, we go in with all, right? And then post-combat, I can bolt the Emery I don't need to. So if they find another Iconoclast, that's much more terrifying than the Emery. Okay. In theory, this is the turn where no matter what they target with Emery, I should probably Soul Guide them, because the game will be over next turn. Okay, they Wear Tear. They can pay for my Spell Pierce. But that's okay, because we still have Spell Pierce and Soul Guide live. So this is fine. Breach. So I pierce this, they play for it, they pay for it, they probably have a land, and they probably have a Mox Amber. How do they win if we exile the yard? Well, they have a Grinding Station in play. So, as long as they have a reasonable number of artifacts in hand, they can still get there. Bolt, Emery, Rip, Yard, GG. We're going to have to Spell Pierce something, right? Okay, yeah, we breach this, then we bolt the Emery, we rip up their yard. Pierce whatever they try to refill the yard with. They don't have to... Yeah, okay, bolt Emery... So we'll toss the Iconoclast because we're not going to have time for that. Iteration's perfect. They'll target something with Emery. Yeah. Next up, we Soul Guide Lantern. And then the first spell they play off the breach is what I Spell Pierce. The problem is if they have a Mox Amber somewhere... Why would we not pierce this? I guess. I don't know. It doesn't feel right. I feel like we just end up losing. You can pierce this? All right. If Toph says we can pierce it, I'm sure we can pierce it. Top. If they pay, they can't play anything. Well, yeah, I know. I just... Yeah. Except the thing is, they still have a land drop, and they could have very easily Mox Amber in hand. I guess they don't have the Emery, but then they could play that off the Springleaf Drum, and then they just kill us. Yeah, we're dead to an absolute ton of stuff here. They had a Spell Pierce to fire back with. That's fine. Just rip the yard now and we're good. Not if they have enough stuff in their hand But yeah, all right. Hands off. It's all you, opponent. Do you have the nuts? You got another Emery, right? Oh, Emery's ultra lethal. Ragavan at least would be close. Emery mills into the Mox. Yeah. I knew they had the Bauble already. God, that was tough. It was really close. Yeah, they had a lot of looks for Mox. If they aren't on Grape... What? Hold on. What? They were on Grape Shot, though. It would be the Grape Shot, Kaya. But that was my thought, too. Alright, well, we're keeping this, whatever we're against. That was a very close match. I'm not going to feel bad about any part of it. I'm pretty sure we had no line because they had Emery and Pierce in hand. Yeah. But they also, if they didn't have a Mox in hand... No, they had the Mishra's Bauble. They were fine. Possibly more burn? Okay. Hey, opponent, I'm Murktide. Wait, no, I'm not. I'm Breach. Definitely actually Breach. Mardu? Is this someone after your own heart, freak? Third path. Not this turn. Yeah, probably freak. It was a really close game. There's also like the bunch of turns where I didn't kill their Emery and they were just getting free draws, and it was like I wasn't Unmarked Grave. That's fine. Play the third path. Bauble. Grief. All right. Well played, me. The Bauble timing was not good here. Yep. Well, that probably won't be relevant. We'll see. 3 mana. Fable. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. It's not as fine. It's fine. So, okay. Hand. Bottom. Exile. Oops. Not a problem, but I meant to play the Spirebluff. Okay, this thing. This thing. I would like to flood less. That would be nice. Here and now. Persist. Nice. Yeah, I love these kind of decks. It's very reminiscent of Grinding Breach, but without the bad cards. Not that I don't like Grinding Breach. This is the blue-white... This is the 4-color Ren and 6 deck to the... Oh, Jesus. 4-color Ren and 6 deck to the... What am I trying to say? 4-color Ren and 6 deck to the creativity of Breach versus this deck. Oh, and we're dead. Well, that was unfortunate. I mean, we're not dead, but it's really bad. No, this is Patrick. Flip. Priest. Sure. They've already got one. Some new Secret Lair stuff of big monsters as cereal boxes. Ulamog cereal. Please tell me there's a pithy slogan on it. Because if there isn't, that's a big miss. Unmarked Grave. Okay. For Archon. They have 0 cards in hand. Devoid of flavor. A+. Wow. Not the best draws, huh? That's phenomenal. Oh my god, and there's one that's the back. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that's so cool. That's so funny. Unfortunately, the other two are... very much... That is the back. The card doesn't have a normal magic back. Oh, never mind. I don't love that. Anyway, dash Ragavan, attack with team. Itali is a fun card. I mean, I'm sure it is, but you just flip it around. It's a 2 for the price of 1 kind of deal. Got Bloodstained Mire. Womp. Okay, let's grab... Is this Jeff? Okay, so they have double Fable. The Galta one has a word search, and one of the words in is Dreadmaw. That's adorable. All right. Opponent top decks a land. I'm doomed. Many of their non-lands. Doomed. And also their Fable flips. Land. Doomed. Okay. Wait, what? That... You... No, land was not fine. They're at 3? Oh, right. Things that I definitely remember always. All right, well, that's not a good draw. Okay. So we swing with both of these. They can make a copy, but they have to... Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, and then they can make another copy, right? And block? No. No, that's not how this works. I was right to swing. It's the children who are wrong. Yeah, they could have played that better, right? At least different. Okay, we got... Oh, they needed to fetch. Yeah, okay. They could not. Now, no. No, land is still not helpful for them. Malakir Rebirth. All right. Okay. Lots of good draws out of our deck. And we draw Defend. Okay. Okay. Jeff will clean this game up. Actually, this soldier token is the real hero. Hopefully they draw Unburial Rites. Is that what I want them to draw? I think so. Ooh. That's a banger. Wow. That's really sick. This not being Matter Reshaper is a bit of a tilt, in my opinion. Yeah, everyone had the same opinion. Wait, what happened? Is it extreme? It sure is. All right, we got Orvar and Surgical and Soul Guide and Needle. Okay. And then we cut. Okay, probably want most of the bolts. Spellbomb isn't great. Shadowspear is not useful or not necessary. Definitely want the Pierce. So they want non-Eldrazi players to buy it too. You don't have to, Kaya, if you don't want to, but they are pretty sweet. All right. Yeah, I guess I never want to trim Thoughtcast, but I probably should have. Not keeping that one. Keeping this one? It's really bad. Oh man, that's such a bad hand. Yeah. The only upside is it's like Thoughtseize doesn't do much. All right. This is better. It's not great, but it's better. Bottom of Steam Vent, bottom Spirebluff. No, 2 Steam Vents. Got it. All right. I mean, this diffuses some of their quicker draws, so. And we have the right cards to recoup. Cat, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Sorry. Just one of those moments that really tilts me about how people play sometimes. I've done it myself for very reasonable reasons, so should not actually tilt me. Wait, did my opponent just play Grief 100% fairly? Wild. Goodbye, Galvanic Blast. No, they did. They 2-for-1 themselves by playing Grief. Like, that's what it's supposed to do. Now it's a 2-1 menace. I ain't even care. We can crack Research Desk at the end of their turn if we need to, but keeping up Galvanic Blast for, I don't know, like Ephemerate and stuff is probably good. 3-2 in our favor. Yeah, like, we're recouping cards, and like a 2-1 Grief is nothing. Fable. No. I'll take the drum here. Oh, brutal. It's not a bad draw. It's just awkward timing. More stuff. All right, I'm not into any of that stuff. It does look really good, so those who click on it enjoy. None of that stuff is for me. Honestly, the only secret layers I'm ever going to buy are old frame. That is it. That's literally it. That is the only. I cannot imagine anything that secret layer wise that I would buy. Good draw. Good draw. It's got to be in an old frame, otherwise I would just never bother buying a card that I don't already own. Okay. I just cannot imagine an art that would make me go, I need to sell the version I have and buy that version. I just cannot imagine that. Okay, so here I'll go last card out, blast, and then soldier blocks elemental. So if they bring back the grief, it's fine because I have no cards in hand. Can't cast. Do I attack? I don't think I should be attacking here. Right, like you're the ones you have now are uniform, right? I don't think I'm attacking. And they probably just have Solitude, but it's... You think you want the temples, maybe? Yeah, they're nice. No Solitude. Okay. Oh, something. Shit. Yeah, I got no outs for that. Ephemerate Spyro is so strong. Oh, and here's the Solitude. That's fine. I don't know why they Solituded now. That makes no sense to me. Do they want to flicker it? Like, I don't... Oh, because they're going to flicker the Pyre. Okay, I got it. Took me a second. A little slow over here. So they lose it otherwise. Yeah, that's the reason why. I just didn't know... I guess in my mind, they would, like, flicker the Spyro first and then in response to the trigger do it. Which it doesn't matter how they do it. So I guess I'm getting Soul Guide here. Oh, come on. What is this? Please tell me you're just getting it. Oh, they're dodging Needle. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Soul Guide. We snipe their Grief. Yeah. Play Thoughtcast. Draw Saga? Yeah! Love that. We're moving, grooving, doing it, you know, like a sex machine. Uh-oh. Hardcast Grief? That's fine. Bye, third path. Yikes. Oh, I have a research desk in my graveyard. Yeah. Should I be attacking? So if I attack with 2 constructs, I end up with 1 construct and their board gets wiped. There's like no way they can block that benefits them unless they have Ephemerate. If they have Ephemerate, I'm wrecked anyway. I've got Soul Guide pinning down their graveyard, so like in theory I should just start attacking. Yeah, because the longer this game goes, the more chances they have to draw Ephemerates and nonsense. Okay. Okay. Could have Undying. That's true, but like I don't think I get anywhere by not attacking there. I have to be on the beatdown, I'm pretty sure. Soul Guide would stop the Undying too. Yeah, that's true. Good draw. Good magic card. Big draw, boy. Okay. I think it's just Springleaf. I could Needle Spyro, I guess. But Needle Explosives? Alright, that makes sense. Hey, hands, see ya. Have a good one. Okay. Blue. Thoughtcast. Surveil. Alright. Bend that. Yeah. Good draw. Good draw. Good magic card. We're threatening lethal. Smart. Hey, this burn deck you built is pretty neat, freak. That's a Solitude, huh? Okay. I'm into gaining 6. So if they group block, I'm not going to blast. This sucks, but I don't think I'm going to blast. Because if they have an Ephemerate, it's just too devastating. I have to just hope that their hand gets gummed up with like Archons and reanimation spells. We have enough time, in theory, to get through this. Yeah. And next turn we have Research Desk to dig for more threats and stuff, so we're doing alrighty. Could it? Okay, there's almost definitely an Archon in their hand. Stream with Eggs Modern? Is there a real modern Eggs deck? Or are we just saying words? Okay, so desk. So, do I attack first to the extra point of damage, or do I activate desk? I have extra mana untapped, so if I hit an iteration, I could play it this turn. I don't have to play it this turn with this card, though. Assuming both my creatures get through, whether I do it before combat or not, they're on a 2-turn clock, so... Yeah, I don't have to play it this turn. Yeah, I know, but... I just don't want to not have enough mana. Yeah, well... Alright, it's fine. It's fine. We're just going to attack, and then we'll activate. Oh, this is the Spyro. So they're jumping. Okay. So depending on what this flips into, Bolt Ragavan. They would take the Ragavan, play the Ragavan, play the land, pass the turn. So we have Blast up and Soul Guide pin them. So next turn we can attack. They get hit for 5. It's not lethal yet. Five mana. Not 5 mana. 2 mana. I mean, there's no way I'm letting that resolve. Yeah, we can't play around it. We can't play around them being able to play through the Soul Guide here. So if they can do it, they can do it. Fury? Rough. Okay, we can kill it in response to the trigger. They actually, yeah, I was gonna say they actually can't kill that much. Although, that's kind of enough, huh? Okay. I guess we're just grabbing Jeff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. So their last card could be Archon or like Ephemerate. I think I can just pass here. If they attack me with Fury, that's fine. And like, there's potential cards that make this a bad idea. A whole bunch of them. They hit land. They play Archon. Yep. Oh, Sarah's? Nope, Archon. Okay. We're not beating that. GG, go game 3. Yeah, we're not beating that. No, we weren't beating that freak. I understand that it's like theoretically possible if we immediately ripped like EI into like, I don't know, it's not. I'm not in for that. We'll go game 3. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I don't know. I was done with that game. Their deck is not easy for us to beat. Like Fury and Solitude and the Ephemerates and the Spyros. It's like, yeah. Okay. I guess I got to keep the double surgical. Okay. In case I get griefed. The savviest of triumphs, okay? We hit Unmarked Grave, okay. Saga. DRC. I guess this is overextending into a Fury, but like, I don't know how we don't do that. Could have unmarked into a research desk. I think the treasure's better. But you could convince me otherwise. Okay, this is fine. So we just pass here. Feels kind of crappy, but I think we're in a good spot. Maybe not a great spot, but it's fine. Yep. Yep. Trigger. And what's your hand? Spyro, Wear Tear, Hitsugu, Fable. Okay, so Pierce is going to be A+. They don't have any other Archons in their deck. That's insane, but I guess it makes sense. 3 Grief, 3 Fury, 3 Charmaw, 3 Spyros, 2 Priest, Wild, 2 Ephemerates, 4 Solitude is the only 4 of. Insane. 3 Persists. I've already watched it twice, Mord, and the only complaint I have about Arcane right now is that the second season isn't out yet. Also, I have many other complaints. Okay. They're just getting a tap land, right? I saw their hand. Hitsugu consumes all his HCA. Oh, dude, I just downloaded Kung Fu Hustle, but I haven't watched it yet. Instead, I spent my time watching Kung Fu... No, it's a Kung Pao Enter the Fist, which is pretty funny, but also kind of garbage. But in the best possible way. Can I kill them? No, I haven't watched Kung Fu Hustle. So what's the best way to get through their Spyro they're going to play? Hold on. If I put an artifact in the graveyard... Oh, no. Okay, Saga's going to the graveyard. If I put a Bauble in the graveyard, DRC flips. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just grab Soul Guide. All right. Just trying to see if I can kill him. With the second Surgical in my hand, it feels like, I don't know. I wanted to flip the DRC and get them as low as I could because then the Spyro doesn't save them. As Spyro kind of already doesn't save them. We flipped a Fury off their deck. That's so hot. Kill them when we Spell Pierce, the Hitsugu consumes all. Assuming they play that instead of the Spyro, yeah. I guess they have to. Yeah, okay, that's game. Boop. All right, so another 3-2. This deck is sweet. Sometimes it kind of falls over itself. Sideboard definitely like could be tweaked. And I wonder if there's a version of this deck that doesn't play Monkey. It's mostly for budget reasons, but like you could play 4 Emerys and find a space for a Mox Amber would be kind of fun. I think I'd have fun doing that. I would probably cut like an iteration at that point because Emery is adding a lot more grind. And at that point, you might want to main deck Pyrite Spellbomb. It makes the deck a lot less like burn oriented, I suppose. Which was one of the better parts of the deck, was like we actually can kill people. Make sure your decks can kill people. I guess you don't want to play a Mox Amber in this deck, though, because Emery's your only legend. You can do anything with the shell of Springleaf, DRC, and Iconoclast. Yeah, although trying to go into more colors is probably really hard. Like, trying to play Esper Sentinel in this deck is probably a really bad idea. Because then you're really stretching the colors in a way that is tough. No Shrapnel Blast? Yeah, you could play Shrapnel Blast instead of Lightning Bolt, but it's not as good with Iconoclast. Iconoclast really wants your spells to be slim and trim. There's a bunch of M. Hayashi burn decks that he's been popping off with a bunch. Bomat Courier Freak is potentially a 1 of or even a 4 of you might want to consider. It doesn't trigger Iconoclast, but it's just like a really good like grinding artifact. Because this deck's flex slots, with the Sagavan version, it feels like the Pierce Bloodmaker, and play Blast over Pierce. Yeah, that's actually really close to what like the M Hayashi, one of the M Hayashi Saga decks is playing Voldelian Epicure. Oh, Blood Tithe over Monkey. Yeah. Voldelian Epicure. Voldaren? Voldelian is Merfolk. Voldaren is Vampire. Voldaren Epicure is like a more reliable way to get an artifact than Monkey. Which actually might be better in the format at large. Because like you saw all the games we were boarding out Monkey. So Epicure would not get boarded out in most of those because it's like, oh, no, because this doesn't need to attack. It just sits there and like it's a chumping body. It taps for Springleaf Drums and it passes butter. Anywho, that's going to be it for me. So it's been a nice 7.5 hour return to the modern streaming thing after many, many days off. Next week, I'm going to be going to Calgary, I believe, for the RC, the next Canadian RC. So I'm going to be gone for like 5 days again. So my streaming schedule is definitely going to be spotty in the upcoming future for multiple reasons. They're all good for me. I'm going to be judging there, Kaya, and doing setup and doing teardown. So it's going to be really exhausting, but good. So Doomwake is playing Domain Reanimator. Or Agros is playing Hammer. All right, we're going to raid Doomwake. Oh, it's a lot of work, Carrion, but it's quite rewarding. So I'll see you all over in Doomwake stream. I'm probably going to hit the gym. I'm going to be recording Faithless Brewing tonight, so catch y'all later. Have a good night. Stay healthy.
You're still getting messages. Oh, I'm blowing up my browser.
Don't they know that you're busy right now? You're busy, dude.
Okay, you're more busy than they can ever believe. But that's it. It's the life of hats.
The maroon hat man.
It's a good color. It's a damn good color. It's weird whenever you point to it, you leave such a big gap between the letters. Oh, I don't know where it's at. Here, because then I have to touch it. Because I imagine it's here. No, just say imagine it's here. You point like here. Yeah, it's because here it is. Because if I do this and I cover any of the letters, you're like make fun of me for. I'm gonna make fun of you no matter what.
He's a rude.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Hey, you got him. He's a fucking produce.
Why don't you go hang out in the produce? Yeah. When he sees an opportunity, this guy attacks. Yep. Okay. Check your tentacles. What the fuck? Who taught him that? Who taught him that? No, because he's not drinking. Oh, no, this is strictly in the front seat. Strictly monkey business. Strictly monkey business. He said, no, don't worry about it.
Some cocoa video.
Strictly monkey business, as in he's totally cool and not drinking anything at all and is sober. But
You only do it like 3 or 4 times a day. It's not crazy. Yep. Yep. No, but I'm absolutely. I'm here, and I'll take care.
Okay. The second thing is,
Yeah.
if I there's a couple here that I like dinner and Cynthia, but it's not the type of dinner you would enjoy being a part of at all. And I was just wondering how I could go about doing it so that it would work out.
I'll just find out. I'll find something to do for the evening. I'll find something to go out and do. Go to a movie or something.
Okay.
Just tell me what day.
Yeah. Okay. Also,